on the start line of the first ever cyclocross at Peynier. It's a new course, we had a look at it before. Tom and I had a good look around, we know Peynier well. 15 seconds to go, I picked the best pair of tyres we have because there's some muddy uphills, some steps to run. It's a good course. And it's whistle blown and away I go, starting off at the back of the field on P37. We got a long road section before we get into the course normal. And this was quite a sprint. You know, I'm riding quite hard to just keep up with the back of the pack. And P36, hi Tom. And uphill, 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 there's a speed bump to avoid here. Hop over. And then into the course. If you look on the right hand side, somebody's already lost their chain, and I see space opens up on the inside for turn one. Take on those two places. Staying tight on the inside, pick up these two spots, and then up ahead I see the inside again is open, even though there's a bit of a traffic jam. It cleans out and I can take up 3 positions. The rider ahead in green is a very good rider, very kind. I see the riders going 2x2, so I squeeze in 2x2. Lets me have the space, and then I have to accelerate hard out the corner to get that place. Here there's a big puddle, I try and avoid it to the left, but I get my foot wet. I'm on the outside, I say why not try the outside. Drifting around that turn, making up a place, and then another place through there.
Ça fait coucou, t'as vu?
Had time to wave to my young fan. Get a pretty bad exit there. I was defending on the inside of the hairpin and then got a bad exit. Up here you could cut the corner on the left over the rocks, but it's not worth picking up a puncture. Right now that's hard work. That whole first section of that was hard work, so no need to push harder and go for an overtake here. Just try and breathe. And there's the steep uphill coming up, which I know is going to be traffic jam. I'm looking across to my right, there's already people running up there, so I'm going to run. The problem is everyone else is going to run, so I'm quite early off the bike, so is everyone else. My plan was to run on the right through the bushes, but the people do that, so I go, okay, I'll follow this guy on the left. And I don't pick any places up on the running bit, but sticking on the inside, pick up a place. Now here's pretty crazy, because there's a tree stump, which I have to hop over. And to defend my position, I go at the inside, if not someone else would. And I don't make the overtake, because I don't have the power. This is like doing a BMX race, but we're on lap 2 or 3 of the BMX race, and it's so tiring. So I'm just trying to save my energy, not make every single place up. Because here are the steps, and I feel like I'm a pretty good runner with my running shoes on, so I'm saving my energy. Off camber corner, be careful, and now I'm going to run. Space opens up on the left, we take it, nice wide line, picking up 2 places, and then in another place as I jump on the bike. So very good step section, but that hurt, and I sensed like someone was overtaking me, so I defend the inside. And if you look on the right hand side, you'll see a tyre appear, so there's definitely someone attacking me. So the best form of defense is attack, so I pass this rider, and my momentum lets me get past into P17. And again, that's tired me out quite a bit, so I can't accelerate up here as fast as the riders in front. And I quickly figure out who's behind me. It's a younger rider, because there's a younger age category started a bit behind us. So I communicate with him and let him know I'm going to let him pass. I said that before the race. I said, hey, let me know when you're overtaking and I'll let you pass. Their race apparently started a minute after ours, but more anyway. That's a younger rider ahead, and he is super good. I like watching him ride. And here he just overtakes people so easily. So the next rider ahead of me is a rugby player, big strong body, nice guy. and there's no move up the inside. Here I don't go for the move up the inside because I think I'll get blocked and I'd lose time if I tried that, waste some energy. See, the mountain bike's already gone. He's such a good rider. Up here, have to make sure I'm not directly behind the bike ahead or we'll bump wheels. And I'll go back down the hill. And then with the old cutback, the old switcheroo underneath. And another overtake, which has zapped more energy out of me. Anyway, have to keep going. This is a pedaling section up the hill. In P16, trying to find mud which isn't too soft and sticky and trying to avoid the rocks and the roots. Here I thought maybe the inside would be faster, but I almost got overtaken by someone on the racing line, so wasn't sure of that line. It's quite hard to test all the lines when you're learning the course. Like here, the rider in front turned right after the tree now, which was a bit too early. He then turns in where the actual turn was, and it's difficult to memorize the whole course, all the lines, where the routes are, where's fast. That's part of the fun of cyclocross, having like an hour to try and memorize the course, where you're going to shift gears, 2 gears down, out of here, etc. So I'm trying to keep up with this guy because I think I can pass him on the barriers which are coming up, and I'll be running the barriers even though they're quite low. Bit safer, better safe than sorry, but I'm too far back to go for a pass. But he slips his pedals twice, so I should have been more positive and gone for a move, but I decided to go for the move now because we need to keep up with these guys ahead. So that is P15 so far. We're still on lap 1. Still got to go around the tennis club. There's the bike change section. And here I'm riding as fast as I can to just try and keep up with the riders ahead. It's nice that the course had all the orange marks are rocks and roots, so that's nice that they were marked out. And then P2 in the younger category comes past me here. He does corners with his feet level. Here I like the inside line. I think it's shorter, you don't need to go around that little bushy thing. And I chose this inside line by the tree, which a lot of other people didn't use. Okay, whatever. Good line choices. And this younger rider ahead is going to overtake the rider ahead, and then I'm going to try and follow him through. That's the plan. This corner was really slippy. Watch the rider ahead of me drift. Yeah, it's just so easy to crash there. Lots of weird bumps here. I try to follow the rider through, but I don't have the power. But I decide, hey, let's go for it anyway. And come into this corner way too fast. Just managed to hold on over the roller and through the water splash for the first time. This is a nice little bike jump, but I won't be jumping today. I don't want to get a puncture like I have done in the past, jumping a cyclocross bike. And that is 1 lap complete. And I'm not sure how many laps they are. They do it based on time, so the winner should be around 42, 44 minutes or so. Anyway, on we chase, and I leave a bit of a gap here. No point going hyper speed because I know there's going to be problems up this hill, and I'm pushing my bike now. I'm running with it. Because there's a bit of a problem, I get to run past, and I say to that guy, I'll let you back past because I'm not in his category. So I just pull to the left here and he just flies past me. Didn't really let him pass, he just flew past me. They're so good, these young riders. And I'm going to try and keep up with him. Up the steps, the middle was actually a bit too muddy, didn't like it. And look at this young rider catch me up straight away. I see him waving past. I remember when he was racing with, like, in the Tom's Young racing age groups. And yeah, he's faster than me. I remember to clean the camera this time. And look how good that kid is around the outside, off the racing line, overtaking two adults, which I can't overtake yet. So coming into these barriers, I'm going to overtake one person, I'm sure of it. Over I go, and I see Tom, and I thought that guy was going to stay to the right. He didn't. It was a bit of a messy overtake. I apologised to him after the race. And I decided to get on the bike over here. So I ran more than anyone else, but I just didn't want to get on the bike when he was right behind me, heading uphill. It wouldn't have worked. Down here there's like a bramble to try to avoid. Anyway, how many laps ago was that? I don't know. I'm chasing. I'm still looking forward, looking ahead, trying to see if I can catch the riders up ahead. And making up a bit of ground. I like the steps, so I'm going to try and make up some ground on the steps. Oh my word. Yeah, the middle was getting really muddy, almost lost my shoe. And here the young rider up ahead has a problem. His derailleur's got into his spokes, it's bent. He's doing the right thing, trying to unbend it, so I couldn't give him any advice. And here the guy ahead was just really perfect over the barriers, didn't make any mistakes. And he was just a tiny bit faster than me and didn't make any major errors. So 3 laps ago, the board says, I had no idea. He rides up. I'm always pushing up. I just find it uses less of my cycling power. Running up on the left side, and I think that's as close as I'm going to get to this guy. It's close, but I didn't have the power. Someone's caught me up here, and after I reviewed it, I see it was the guy whose chain was off at the start. So I said to him here, you can go past. So I stick to the right, and he comes flying past me. No point holding him up. He is way faster. I'm going to try and keep up though. And I didn't manage to keep up at all, did I? Anyway, again, the barriers. That man singing Beatles songs to me, thank you very much.
Regarde, il est fatigué, Dio.
So I was getting tired, but I wasn't giving up. I was still doing the best I could. Still trying to chase the rider ahead who was just faster than me. I was trying to ride smoothly and keep up. Thank you to this rider who let me pass. He slowed down to let me have the corner. Yeah, I passed one of Tom's teammates. It's good to know alternative lines, so I'd already practiced going on the left and the right there. And the bell lap. I was trying to be smooth on this lap, not get a puncture, not break the bike. Still trying to go fast in case the rider ahead had a problem, but just trying to be smooth. Thank you to them for letting me pass as well. Up I run for the last time. Very tiring. I see the two riders just ahead of me, a good 100 meters ahead. The corners now are just big berms. The lines are easy to see. I prefer this outside, which I copied off an old guy on the warm-up laps. And I'm pretty far behind the position ahead, but I'm still going to keep going. Thank you very much to these riders who let me go past, even though I'm like 25 seconds behind the guy ahead. I'm still racing, and if something happens, I want to be there. And if I tried harder, Maybe I could have been closer behind the guy ahead, because he actually crashed on the corner ahead. Something went on and I was too far behind to capitalize on it, because I'd eased off a bit too much, trying to just look after my bike, and I missed out. If I'd been a bit faster, I would have been able to get ahead of him when he crashed. And he managed to keep it together and finish the race. There he is ahead of me. So I crossed the line in P12, very good organised race. Look at this guy, he's covered in mud on his right hand side. And I enjoyed the course. I like that it rained before the race. It really made it a good muddy race. Lots of corners, I enjoyed that, less pedalling. That guy finished 8th ahead of me. So yeah, good organisation, nice people, didn't bump into anyone. Then it was the seniors, these are the fast guys. I'm in the over 40s category. And these are the juniors, and you see the seniors jumping the barriers. I found it a bit dangerous. So, and this is the pro road rider in the red. There's some mud, love it. This guy in the blue was so good on the steps. The senior race was like just under an hour, so I did quite a few laps. This rider managing to ride up the steps every time, that's really impressive. I didn't think it was going to be possible to ride up those, because they're kind of uphill steps. Hose was good to wash bikes and to make a puddle, although the hose end was of course a bit broken. Good organisation again from the guys. And look at the gap this guy made every time on the steps. This thing was just the last lap, he's in 2nd place, and he's just gets a massive advantage. And again, that rider riding up steps is pretty impressive. The course actually got easier for the seniors, because the lines just got made and the water splash kind of disappeared. Podiums happened. I was nowhere near the podium, and I tried to help tidy up the course a bit, because I'm hoping there's going to be another race next year. And then it rained. Hopefully next year some other Peynier riders will come and ride with me in the cyclocross.